Could you put your camera a bit forward? I don't know why for me it's showing a bit blur. Your video is a bit blur, sir. Can you put it more forward?
Yes, sir. Same to me. Yes, sir. Bit better.
Work done in a stretching spring. If you see, let us say this is a spring is compressed, okay, or stretched by application of the force. It has stretched from how much it has stretched. Let us say if this is the initial position, in the sense from here to here it has stretched, that we are taking as a x1 distance has stretched, or nothing but the spring has displaced amount of x1 displacement, we can say. Now the same spring, whenever if you apply little more force, let us say I have applied F1 force, therefore it has extended this much, means this much. Then the same spring, if I am applying little more force, it may stretch little more due to application of the force F2, then it has displaced from here to x2 displacement. x2 displacement. That is, we can say that by stretching we have there is a displacement in the case of spring. Nothing but we can say according to Hooke's law, force is directly proportional to the displacement of an object in opposite direction. Okay, the moment if you are removing the force, obviously the displacement takes place in backward direction, that we say it is as a opposite direction. But we are not talking about the here negative displacement. Here we are talking about the whether an object is displacing or not with the application of the force we are writing. So since proportionality, if you are removing, we have a constant k which describes the spring constant also. This describes the spring constant also, that we call as F equal to K into X. For example, if you have applied the force X1, then what happened here? The force F1 equal to K into X1, but the spring constant remains same. If you apply the force F2 also, the spring constant remains same, but there is a displacement has taken place X2, right? Now this if you are obtaining in terms of graph by the application of the force and the extension, then you have a graph like this. I am drawing like here, short. F is the application of the force, then displacement from 0 to x1 position it has displaced. Okay, x1 position it has displaced. So gradually the force is directly proportional to x in the sense. So I am drawing the slanting line like this. So whatever it has increased, this part of the area which is covered by the force and displacement slope, covered area gives us a work done. What is that? Work done by a stretching spring or stretching
So the area
spring.
under the slope gives us the work done, sir.
Come again?
What did you? No, what does the area under the slope give us? Work done, right?
Work done. Okay. That is also we can write work done equal to area covered by the force and displacement slope. That is, I can write work done equal to, in terms of, this is in the shape of triangle, right? The area of the triangle, how can you find? Area of triangle, that is equal
Half
to
length into breadth.
half into base into height. The base is x1 and the height is f. Okay, means half into base into height, which we are taking as already, which we have the force. Okay, this height force equal to how much we have studied from the Hooke's law is kx, right? So this is the x1, this is with respect to the application of force F1 in the sense, then I can write further, this is W equal to, W is nothing but work done by a spring after stretching that is I can write half into F1, x1 is as usual, F1 I can write k into x1. Therefore, this expression I can write further like half.
Sir, can you lower down your camera? We can't see it.
Half k x1
Yes.
square. K x1 square. I am writing here work done equal to half k x1 square. For the application of the force F1 is a work done. Okay, this is by stretching a spring we will get. If you compress also, the spring get compressed. The more force if you apply, more it gets compressed. Since the Hooke's law says that force is directly proportional to the displacement. So with respect to that, if you apply F1 force in opposite direction, then compress. If you apply little more it get compressed. But remember, this Hooke's law is applicable within the elastic limits only. Within the elastic limits. Sir, however I have the force, I can apply much force, I will pull the spring much. If you pull the spring much, what happen? It will lose its elastic properties. Okay. In the same manner, while you are compressing also, up to certain extent you can compress. However, I can apply much force, I will compress much, in the sense it's not possible, right? So here it follows within the elastic limits. It is possible the force is directly proportional to the displacement of the spring. Okay. This is about the work done by a spring force.